So we've got a couple things to talk about this week. First is this newer credit card from Aspiration Bank. Now, this one's kind of interesting. Doesn't really focus on points or cash back or perks or really anything like that. So why would we talk about it here? Well, it's supposed to plant a tree. The bank says they'll plant a tree every time you swipe your card. Now, it is a cashback card, and it gives you a whopping 0.5% cash back. That's right, 0.5% cash back. Now, you can double that to a whole 1% cash back if you use the card 60 times in a month. Twice a day, you're gonna get all the way up to 1% cash back for the month, and then you start over next month. Now again, they say they plant a tree every time you swipe your card, so if that's something that's really valuable to you, if you don't necessarily care about points and cash back, if you don't really care, then you could use this. So maybe some folks who are, really well off and they don't care about cash back or points, kind of like some of us do to travel the world and stuff. If you're in a place where that doesn't really matter to you, then this could be a great way for you to go. And like I said, I don't know if they're actually planting the trees. I've got no reason to think they aren't. But if you believe that they're actually going out there and planting a tree for every single person every time they swipe their card, that could do some good and help offset climate change and stuff like that. So again, it's 0.5% cash back. It can double to 1 for the month after you swipe it 60 times. Right now, there's a $300 bonus for $3,000 in spend in the first 3 months. It does have a $60 annual fee that does not look like it's waived in the first year. So if you're bonus hunting, could be a good way to go to pick it up for the first year. After that annual fee, you're still getting $240 for a bonus, so that's not bad. So if you want to learn more about it, this video is not sponsored by them or anything like that. I don't have a referral link. I'm just going to put the general, regular, public link down in the description to make it easy for you to check them out. If it's something you're interested in, like I said, might be good if you care about the environment. If that's your priority, good on you, cool. You can go pick up that card, plant a bunch of trees every time you swipe. Our second story is we've actually got some good news from the TSA of all people. They are lowering the renewal for TSA PreCheck from $85, where it used to be, down to $70. It's very rare that we see, especially a government entity, lower fees. Now, why did they decide to do this? I can only think that people aren't renewing, they aren't signing up. That's typically the only reason why you see prices get lowered. Is, again, people aren't traveling as much, so maybe a lot of people are letting their pre-check lapse because they're thinking, I'm not traveling, I'm not using it, why would I renew it? That's the only thing I can think of. So good news for us, that change took effect October 1st, so it's already in effect. So if your pre-check is coming up for renewal, that's a great way to go. There's a lot of credit cards out there that include a credit for pre-check or the Global Entry program. I tell you guys every time, just do Global Entry, because that covers pre-check as well. So Global Entry is for international travel. It makes it a lot easier when you're coming back to the US. You don't usually have to be in the same line with everybody. A lot of times there's just a kiosk that you go to and do all that stuff. Super easy, and again, a lot of the credit cards that have that credit cover Global Entry, which includes pre-check. So pretty much always just get that. There's no downside to getting Global Entry instead. Now, it doesn't look like this lowered fee applies to Global Entry. The information I found was only about pre-check, but again, a lot of credit cards out there that cover them anyway. So if that's an expense that you've got coming up, just make sure you have a card with that credit on there. I've got like 3 or 4. It's kind of redundant. And a cool thing a lot of time about those credits, it's not always just for you. You can use it for other people. So if you've got a player 2 in the household, even kids, or maybe you want to sell it to a friend, like, hey, give me 50 bucks, I'll buy it. Because the only thing that matters is you just use your card, and when it recognizes the charge, it's not tied to you at all. It'll credit it back. That's pretty much every case. I don't know of a card where it doesn't work that way. So pretty cool benefit. Like I said, lots of cards out there that have it, but right now the fee on pre-check has been lowered. So I guess good on you, TSA or Homeland Security, whoever did that. That's a pretty good move. And our last story in this episode is we're talking about some really good bonuses on the Southwest cards. Now, we hit on this throughout the year, kind of as these bonuses come and go, but right now is about the opportune time to get the Southwest Companion Pass. Again, we talk about this every fall, but right now is the best time to do it. It's what I did, because here's how it works. So again, you guys know Companion Pass, and if you don't, I'm gonna link one of my videos up there. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I go through the benefits of each card and the Companion Pass. I've got videos on those in detail and nothing's really changed there. So I'm gonna link them all over the place. If you need to go watch those first, go do that, but we're gonna jump right into it. So the cards right now with Chase have really good bonuses. Now first on the personal cards, the 3 personal ones, it's the same across all of them. If you spend $2,000 in 3 months, that's a pretty low bar to hit, I think. You get 50,000 points. Now what's interesting about this offer is they've put on a second bucket of points. It's another 50,000 points up for grabs, making the total 100,000. And to get that second part, the second 50,000, you have to spend 12,000 in total, so it does include the first 2, $12,000 in the first 12 months. So basically think about it as $1,000 per month for the first year. You do that, you end up with 100,000. Now you can just do the first part if you want, you don't have to do both, but that second bucket is available if you want it. And we're seeing banks kind of flirt with this idea, I think, to combat people who just spend for the bonus and then sock drawer the card. I don't know if that's why they do it. You know, who knows why they do these second bucket of points offers, but they're out there. So if you just want to get one card and just focus on that and end up with 100,000, you could do it that way. So that's a good play if you maybe want the Companion Pass next year. So if you're in a place where maybe your Companion Pass is going to expire at the end of 2022, like maybe you got it this year, it's going to expire at the end of next year. And if you're eligible, and you know, because Chase has locks on the bonuses for 24 months. So it might be an interesting play if you're eligible again to get one of those cards now, one of the personal ones, and spend enough to get the 100,000 this time next year. Then you only need 25,000 more to renew your Companion Pass. So that's one possible play that, again, I'm not even totally sure if that would work because you need to be eligible for the bonus, and if you just used it to get the Companion Pass, that might not work. Somebody can let me know in the comments if there's a hole there. But anyway, so maybe that's one play. But the other one is to just get one of the personal ones now. That gets you 50,000. And then to get the business card, which right now has 80,000 for spending $5,000 in the first 3 months. So the play I made a couple years ago now was to get a personal and a business. And what I did was I got them like in December, started spending on the first one until I was about to hit the bonus, waited till January 1st, then locked in the bonus. Then I got the other card. So I don't remember if I did personal then business or whatever, but you get the second one and then hit it as much as you can. And then you've got Companion Pass for pretty much all of 2022. And 2023. That's the best way to do it, is to get it in the beginning of a year. So you can do that right now by getting those 2 cards, because you need 125,000 points to get the Companion Pass. And right now, if you get the business and a personal, you're good, you're there. And then you could even keep spending on the personal if you wanted to. You know, when you're done, when you lock in Companion Pass, if you wanted to, you could go back on the personal and try to get those other 50,000 throughout the year. You could totally do that. Maybe you're a student or something, or maybe you've got some business spend. Maybe you're able to get there pretty quick and get that second bucket. Then you end up with 180,000 when you're done. And you can use those for a long time. Like, you can really stretch out that amount of points, especially if your +1's flying for free. So I've got referral links for the Chase Southwest cards down in the description. They do help me out if you use them. Make sure you're seeing the right offer though. If it's a different offer, then obviously it's not worth it. Look around and try to find the right one. But if this is something you're looking at doing, you want to help a guy out, my referral links are down in the description. I appreciate it if you guys use them. It'll help me renew mine because I got to figure something out. So those are all the stories for this time, guys. What was most interesting to you? What do you think about that plant a tree card? What do you think about that? Do you think it's going to survive? Are enough people going to pick up a card that only gets at most 1% cash back, and even that you got to work to get? I don't know, and for a $60 annual fee. But let everybody know what you think down below. I've got my social media links in the description if you'd like to get in touch. But most importantly, if you enjoy content like this where we talk about points and miles and how to maximize this whole credit card hobby, make sure to leave the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Pretty easy and free ways to help support the channel. That's all I've got for you this time, guys. See you at the next one. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure to drop a comment down below and give the video a thumbs up. Here's some other videos that I think you'll really like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos, and I'm on Facebook and Twitter as well. See you at the next one.